Yeah, both, obviously. So you have a point more. That's good. I think before the game, the shape United was in before, a lot of people would have expected, or you said it pretty much, all of you. It's the worst moment to face United. Then we started the game and it was brilliant. Actually, we started exactly like we wanted to start. It was direct. We played in behind. We wanted to be there. We followed the ball. We pressed it high. That all was really good. And then the injury crisis started. A lot of interruptions and stuff like that, and it was obvious. It cost us the rhythm. I don't say that should happen, but it happened. Obviously, we cannot explain exactly why. And it was a completely strange game, playing around without really speed, and speed in the wrong moment, chip in the wrong moment. It was like, yeah. The first half was okay. Second half then it was a bit less, and so it's now a 0-0. And probably I'm not sure if they had the biggest, but I had a big chance when Ali made a fantastic save. The rest were set pieces from United. I would say they are pretty dangerous, so we had to be 100% concentrated. We were 100% concentrated. That's good. We kept the high line, so they were offside when they scored the offside goal, and. That's all good, but of course we expect from ourselves to play better football. But so that's why I said it looked like today would have been a day if we continue like we started, then we could have won the match 100%, but we didn't. So, and now we take that point. It's one more, how I said, than a lot of people probably expected. So now everything is equal again with time game-wise. And now let's play the rest of the season. All good. That's nice.
Why didn't you manage to take advantage in the second half of the many injuries of Manchester United?
I thought I answered that already. We lost the rhythm and we didn't get it back. So now it's easy that we can say you saw it. We were in charge. We had the ball. We passed around, but we didn't come. We lost the ball in the wrong moment. So we passed it through to the box, but we couldn't keep the ball there. Of course, we lost Bobby first half as well. That doesn't help in general. It was just chipping the ball in behind. It's important with the high last line. We didn't do that. And then the real problem was, I would say if United plays today with a full team like they played the last couple of weeks or so, then it's a completely different game. And then they know what they exactly do. They know where they pass. Means we know as well where they pass. And then it was completely different. It was the whole game changed, and that made it really. That obviously was not good for us today. I could not. I have really no clue why it happened, but it happened because it was so obvious. And now it's. And as a manager, most of the time I take what I get. That's how it is. And today performance was good enough for a draw at United, and everybody feels a little bit, but it could have been more. That's true. We feel the same, but still a point. So and now we have to do that. We have to use that. We will play on Wednesday again against a team full of confidence with Watford scoring five at Cardiff, coming now to Liverpool. Brilliant atmosphere, nighttime, blah blah blah. So we have to be ready again, and we try everything to be ready again.
Go to Jamie.
I may have misheard you, but did you just say we expect Mo Salah to play better football?
No.
Okay, so you said we expect to play better football. That's what you just said.
Wow.
So in that case, why did someone like Salah not play so well? You pulled him off with.
You asked that really? You ever got an answer on that question? Why did somebody play not as good as he can?
I'm asking you the question. You pulled him off. Why did you?
I don't know exactly.
Are you disappointed in him?
I'm not here to be disappointed. I'm here to help the players to play their best football. I'm not sitting here and say when we win the games then I'm the best, and when we lose it or draw at Man United then all the boys are guilty or what. They want to. I know them pretty well. They want to perform 100%. So, and sometimes it doesn't happen. And I said at the start of the game I liked a lot, but then it happened and something happened and we lost the rhythm and it was not that good anymore. That's the truth. They made it too easy for United to defend us in a completely new formation. We are not blind, we know that, but you know how that is. The momentum changed. Before the game, United was probably the favorite a little bit, how they are playing in the moment. Then you saw the lineup, the Matic is not in, blah, 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 but still a really, really good lineup. And then the things happened, it changed. Everybody in mind, from all of a sudden it was like, we have something to lose here. If we not win today against this team, then something is wrong with us, stuff like that. That's all. We are all in this case I can use the word human beings, but we're all human beings, and that's how it is. And sometimes we get informations and don't use them in the right way. But in the best case, you learn from it, and we will learn from it. So these boys brought us in the situation. Yes, and today not a lot of them were really shining, really bright. But there's another chance on Wednesday.
The next two questions, gentlemen, there in the third row, and I'll come to you next after that. Yeah.
You seemed quite angry on the touchline. Were you angry, or were you just
Animated. I learned a new word, obviously. Excited. So yes, I look like that. Sorry. Very often.
also unusual, maybe?
It's like it was a game. You saw it. The mood dropped. It was not like we put them under pressure and one ball after the other in the box. You saw that passing around. Boys were constantly talking about protection. They were obviously impressed by the counter-attacking force. So what they do, they leave you, and we used it in the first half pretty well. They leave these two players, high players, up on the wing, so you can play in the back. So Millie had I don't know how many balls in the first half in the back of probably Lukaku, and so. But they are still. It's not too easy. You have to finish these situations off because you don't. If the cross is not at the end, it leads not to a goal or to a corner or to a free kick. Then it's a good situation for a counter attack. And so that's what they're doing well. It's a bit risky. If we played better, it's risky. But we didn't use it, so it was not risky. And that's why we always were. We were not compact enough. Even for the second balls, we were not always compact enough. But we had moments. Unfortunately, again, we didn't finish it off.
Okay, we've got the last three questions. Now, gentlemen here, then we'll go to Andy. Yeah.
This season, Mo Salah has only scored 2 goals in 13, which you can call big games. Do you see an explanation to that?
Now look. No, Mo knows that he can play better than he did today. We know he can. I mean, it's 2 weeks ago or whatever. Again, we play against Bournemouth. People played the stars from the sky. So it was unbelievable. Now we talk about big games. Yeah, they. If you ask. So against Bayern, it was Alaba. He's a world-class player himself. They are not blind. And each player in the world is to defend. It's about how we use him, how we play him, how we move, and all that stuff. And today, obviously, Lindelof and Shaw together did a pretty good job. But look. I have to talk here about that game, but I'm not too much interested in that game anymore because I'm already thinking about what can I do that we are really spot on Wednesday night. So how things like happen. Nothing serious really happened today. We came here. We wanted to win that game with all the talks around and stuff like that. Really United is in a fantastic moment. They are. That's true. But they're still 14 points less than we have, or 15. I don't know exactly. And that's. The good news of today, that didn't change. And so now let's carry on. And the situation for us, of course, if the top team plays really defensive, that's not nice to play against. That's how it is. And now people can say, yeah, but Man City is doing better. Yeah, we don't compare ourselves with that because we still have. We have to get the points our own way. And there are different ways to be successful. And so far we were successful. And it's 100% true, and I get that a bit too many draws in the last couple of games, but still where we are, and now let's go on.
Okay, last two questions, Andy, then Dave to finish with Andy.
It's always two.
Yeah. What's your early impressions on the extent of Firmino's injury?
Unfortunately, I have no clue, but it was something with the ankle. That's for sure. Bobby said first he can carry on, then he showed it doesn't work. But I don't know exactly. Yeah, it's Bobby, so it will be quicker than with all the others. But first we have to know what is it exactly, and we don't know in the moment.
Okay, Dave to finish.
It is, as you said, Ben, three draws in the last 4 Premier League games.
Sorry?
3 draws is in the last 4 Premier League games. How concerned are you that the team seems to be losing their way at a stage of the season when you expect them to be putting their foot down?
Look, it's all the talks around. We have to give every week. We give interviews and stuff like that. That's all new for it. We can now say. Mo said this week, I think, in an interview. Yes, of course there's pressure. Of course there's pressure. Actually, from my point of view, it's a very positive pressure. But I don't have to play. I only sit here and say dumb things. So that's easy. So For the boys, of course, we all have to learn in these situations. The only way we can do it is with passion. This club is the heart and soul of this club is passion, and that's what we do. And on Wednesday night we have another chance, and then there's a derby. It's always a very emotional game. So again, passion. And today it was like a bit constructing here and there. And in the end, we had to fight. Yes, of course, it was a fight, but it was a different fight that we expected, and we didn't adapt exactly like we should have. But now again, you can now say that's not class or whatever. We know where we are coming from, and we know where we are. And now let's make sure that we use the situation as good as possible, and then we will see where it ends. So that's how it is. And today was not brilliant, but how's that? We lost here more often than we drew. Today we have a point, and it feels like we should have won. It was, by the way, the same against Bayern. Imagine where you're coming from, and Bayern plays against you in defense with all they have, and something changed in the world of football. So everybody adapted to it, and we now have to make sure that we adapt as well to our quality.
Brilliant. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.